Peace be upon you. Yeah.
Hello there and welcome back to Overwatch. This time we will be playing a full round as the big old German Reinhardt. I did show a little bit of him at the start of the previous video, but that was pretty awful and did not at all give an accurate representation of his capabilities. So we are going to start off this round by getting straight to the front of our team and projecting our big barrier to shield our teammates, although it does look like we have been flanked by a Pharah, who we can just hit with a fire strike and she can be finished off by one of our teammates, netting us a very early elimination. On this particular map in attack, it's nearly always a good idea to head right to begin with, and this time that's an even easier decision considering that there are a couple of enemies in there. That Roadhog has far too much health to kill off while he's being healed, so instead we will murder Mercy. I don't have a clue where that Roadhog went, but we do have a Soldier 76 instead. Already our ultimate ability is available, but it's probably not a good idea to burn it on just one enemy. Instead we will try and charge in and completely fail, instead finding a rock, and we will use our ultimate ability and completely fail with that too. I thought there might be more enemies behind these two, but indeed there were not. We can just get a hit on Mei though, and it does look like we are going to get a very early capture on this objective. We have cleared up just about everyone here, apart from a couple of stragglers. Stop that Pharah. Just about shutting down her ultimate there with a swing of the hammer. That could have been quite bad if she managed to get that off on the whole team, but as it is, we do have a very early cap on our first attack. Moving on to Objective B, this one is usually a bit harder to take because there are lots more choke points, and of course it is a lot closer to the enemy spawn. Once again, we are just going to get to the front of our team with a barrier shield, although it does look like there's a Soldier 76 in that tunnel, which we can preemptively charge down and murder straight off. Mei here is trying to freeze our friend Diva, but we can take her out as well, although we have been pushed a bit far out of position, and we're stuck in a corridor. Instead, we can get the charge off on the enemy Reinhardt. We are going to burn our ultimate here, although there is only one target. It is Mercy, who is incredibly important to take out at the start of any push because of her resurrect ability. The enemy Mei has dropped her own freezing ultimate ability, so we are going to have to steer clear of that, instead moving round to the side, although by now our attack has broken down a bit with more enemies respawning and me proving that I am completely incapable of hitting anyone with charges. Or fire strikes for that matter, it would seem. Although the enemy Reinhardt is coming right in here, and we miss him again with our own charge, which leaves us in a bit of a sticky situation, completely surrounded and with enemies closing in. We've got a whole load of ultimate abilities going off, including our teammates on us, but it seems like it's going to be too late as we are frozen mid-charge and taken straight down despite the effect of the nano boost. We are back to square one at the door again, once again providing a shield for our teammates, although it does seem like the enemy Reinhardt has acquired a death wish as he charges right into the middle of us and gets absolutely brutalized. More ultimate abilities going off. Stop that Pharah! Once again we just smack her straight out of the sky before she can even get more than a couple of rockets off, and it's time to go charging in, taking out the enemy Mercy with a charge attack. But we are charged in turn by the enemy Reinhardt, who somehow manages to avoid our own ultimate ability and uses his, which leads to our death. Looking back, it does seem like he was actually blasted out of the way of the stun by our team's Lucio, which meant that he survived and shut down the rest of our team's ultimates and quite possibly broke down that push, but oh well, there's still time left. This Pharah is causing problems once again, but we can smack her straight down. I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her by now, because every time we see her, we are just completely ruining her fun. We are back shielding for the team, and once again the enemy Reinhardt has acquired a complete death wish as he charges straight into the middle of us and meets his doom, this time at the end of our own hammer. It's time to move straight onto the objective. Not many enemies left to defend it at this stage, although there are some starting to respawn and come in to help out. Our barrier is nearly destroyed, so it's time to charge in and see if we can get any kills. Oh, that was so close. Very, very nearly managed to kill off that Torbjorn, although we can knock down his turret. We're moving back onto the objective. The enemy Reinhardt is holding our team at bay, so it's time to use our ultimate ability once again to clear him off. Torbjorn is just round that corner, but he's seen how close he came to death the last time and is having none of that. We're going to charge in. We don't quite manage to hit anyone. And for some reason we can't seem to hit that Mercy until we finally get right on top of her. We do net ourselves a handy little triple kill, largely thanks to our team. Torbjorn once again escaping with just a tiny little bit of health. Oh, I do wish Reinhardt had some sort of gun. We're going to charge in, but we can't quite pin the Soldier 76, and we are left in a very, very bad position, completely surrounded by enemies. Once again, Anna uses her ultimate on us, but we're pinned and straight up murdered by everyone and their ultimate abilities. Back to square one at the doorway once again, but this time we do have our ultimate ability, Earth Shatter, up, and now is probably a good time to use it with Reinhardt's shield down. We managed to stun no fewer than 4 of the enemy and kill off the Reinhardt, but it does look like our team has not followed us in, and the rest of them are able to pick themselves up and take us straight down. Back at this doorway, the match is starting to devolve into something of a stalemate with only about 3 minutes remaining, so it's time to go in search of a different route, instead taking this side channel and trying to see if we can get a flank going. The enemy Farah is here. Once again, we just can't quite manage to finish her off with the fire strike, so she does escape. We do manage to get some more health, and we have a handy little flank on the enemy here. It's time to get a charge in, and maybe get the pin or throw Reinhardt off the map, but not quite. That pillar does save him. Our ultimate's back up, so it's time to slam that in, but somehow, once again, the Reinhardt avoids the stun, and the rest of his team are able to pick themselves up unhurt. Heading back to the fight, Farah is using her ultimate once again, and we can shut her straight down with a fire strike, although that one was very, very close, leaving us on only 27 out of 500 health. We're calling for a medic or a healer or something like that, but unfortunately there doesn't seem to be anyone around, so we will have to go in search of a health pack before we can help out our team on the objective. We are going to head straight back up this side channel once again and see if we can get the charge off on someone. Farah's up there, but we're going to ignore her for now. There are 2 squishy people here, although Torbjorn has just put down a turret at the complete wrong time for us. So we charge that instead, and we are now stuck in a corridor with a very angry, ulted Torbjorn. We can just about hop round him, but we're so low on health, but we do manage to get the charge off just as his ultimate ability finishes, with a whole 4 HP left. We are still very low on health though, so it is time to head back round to rejoin our team and search for someone who can heal us up, away from 15 out of 500 HP. Is anyone there? Please, can somebody heal us up? Please, I beg of you. Oh no, Farah's here again, but just in time our team's Anna does arrive and get us back up to full HP, so we can try and chase down Farah once more. We can get a couple of good hammer hits on her, but somehow she does manage to escape that situation despite being hit by the sleep dart, and we are not able to finish her off. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock, and we are going to have to do something to break this deadlock. Lucio's ultimate sound barrier does provide us with something of an opportunity. We are quite lucky to avoid the other Reinhardt's charge there, but we do manage to get our own ultimate ability off, and it is time to go full ham on these guys. Waving that hammer around, holding down left mouse button and W, and we do manage to just about massacre everyone. Diva's just put her mech in here to self-destruct, but she is too slow getting back on the point, and that is the breakthrough that we needed, and enough to grant us the victory. I'm not entirely sure just how many eliminations we got right at the end there, but it did feel like quite a lot. Indeed, it's enough to get us play of the game. Reinhardt is such a skilled hero. Left mouse button and W key for the win. Well, thanks for watching. Do leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on the battlefield.